Hi and welcome to Happy Kitty Kitchen. Today we're going into Japanese cuisine and making super crispy, crunchy, juicy deep fried chicken cutlets called chicken katsu, or also known as torikatsu. Enjoy it alone if you're not feeling too adventurous, or serve it on a bed of beautiful white rice, preferably a sticky rounded rice like jasmine, with a side of Japanese golden curry and some slightly pickled spicy cabbage. Doesn't that sound delicious already? Stay tuned and I can show you exactly how to make that meal in my upcoming videos, but for now let's begin with our chicken katsu first. Let's begin by cutting our chicken breasts into halves and pounding them with a mallet to make sure the surface area is all even and flattened. That way it will all cook evenly through, and at the same time, and pounding the chicken helps to tenderize it. Then I'm going to generously sprinkle salt directly on the chicken cutlets. This is called dry brining. The salt will draw out the moisture inside the chicken, then magically be reabsorbed back into the chicken, infusing it with slight saltiness and tenderizing it even more, if you can believe it. We do this step first because we need to dry brine for a minimum of 20 minutes and a maximum of 1 hour or 2 hours in my opinion. Don't skip this step if you want to make the best chicken katsu you've ever had. While the chicken is brining in a bowl, we'll break in 2 eggs and mix well, then add soy sauce gradually, just enough that it looks like my batter here, which is a cloudy dark brown. Then I'm adding in an all-purpose flour and cornstarch mix, or corn flour mix, that I've had prepped from before. And basically for every cup of all-purpose flour, you add in 2 tablespoons of corn flour, and that's pretty much what the ratio is. I'm going to gradually add in the flour mix and some seasonings like white pepper powder and chili powder. You can add in some garlic powder and onion powder too if you want to pack in some more flavor. If the batter is still too runny, I will add a pinch more of flour mix to help thicken it so it clings better to the chicken. Now line your tray with panko crumbs, and if the chicken cutlets have let out too much moisture, pat them dry with a towel so that the batter we made has a better chance of clinging onto the chicken. If the chicken is wet, the batter will slip off, and your efforts would have been all for nothing. Dip the chicken into the wet batter that we made, then coat it and press the panko onto them and then set aside. Now in a deep pot or pan with oil in it on medium-high heat, make sure the oil is really heated up before you start putting in the chicken by testing out a piece of panko or by putting in a chopstick, and if you hear and see bubbles, start the frying. Each side will need 2 minutes, so a total of 4 minutes for each chicken, but the time could vary due to a different chicken thickness or types of stovetops or pans that you have. So I'll have to rely on observing, make sure that each side has browned. If you're unsure, test on 1 piece of chicken, then cut it to see if it's fully cooked inside to determine the time that you need. And let the chicken rest for a minute or 2 before cutting into it. One last tip before I leave you to enjoy this deliciousness: if you are unsure that you've over-seasoned or under-seasoned the batter, you can always test it out on 1 small piece of chicken. Coat it, fry it, taste it, and if you've over-seasoned the batter, dilute it with a pinch of water and flour mix, and if you've under-seasoned it, just add more seasoning. It's always better to do test strips than to ruin a whole batch of chicken. It only takes a little more of your time, but ensures you come out with the best results every time. Oh, and if you're not sure of just how crispy this is, listen to this, listen! Oh, I absolutely love this dish. I'm very thankful for this beautiful creation that Japanese cuisine has brought to us, and I'm thankful to you for making it this far into the video, and have a great day. Bye!